Hi, I've been trying to do a blog for a very long time, uh, and fear has been the biggest negative point that has kind of like stopped me from doing it. Um, and that's what I wanted to talk about today. I wanted to talk about fear and how to overcome it. Um, you know, I, like many people, we're all afraid of something or, or someone or something. I don't know. We're afraid. We are all afraid of something. We all fear something. And I've kind of changed my attitude towards fear. I feel like that feeling has been numbed somehow, and I wanted to explain that. I don't know if I'm going to do a good job at it, but I felt it was important. Maybe I should express that thought today. For me, fear has been a big part of my life. My parents, both of them, are always scared of something. If you tell them you're going to do something, they will always look at the negative side of it. So that kind of gets instilled in your brain. And as you grow up, you kind of think, well, hang on a minute, maybe you can't do this, maybe you can't do that. And when things don't happen your way, then you start thinking, well, maybe your parents were right. I'm not saying all parents are like this. I'm not saying that everybody has that same kind of sequence of events, but in our lives, we will either encounter somebody like this, or we are, ourselves, we may be like this. For me personally, because I grew up in it, I've kind of like been like that for a long time, and it's taken me a while to numb it out. But I've successfully done it, and still doing it. I can't say I've completely overcome my fear, but I'm succeeding. And one of the things that has helped me is meditation, praying. I'm a Hindu of origin background, but last year I started attending a church in near where I live, and I've been trying to quit smoking actually since for many years now. 4 years I've been trying to quit smoking, and since the 1st of October, the Stoptober period, I've stopped and I haven't looked back. I use this e-ciggy, and I was always worried whether I'll be able to do it. After so many times of trying, I was worried whether I'll be able to do it, and I've overcome it. I don't think about the cigarette. I don't want it. I don't crave for it. I've got this, and this helps me. And even this one, I'm trying to wean it out at the moment. So that's one example of how it's kind of helped me to pray and meditate and overcome that fear. There's there's something else that has happened recently, which is probably a bigger thing. And what I found is, like, it was only 2 days ago actually. One of my friends came around and he was telling me, maybe find a job, do something. I need to do something with my life, because what's happened is I've for the last 4 years I haven't really had a steady job, and it's been a struggle with whatever personal reasons I've been going through, and I'll probably tell that as well sometime when I feel a little bit at ease. I will talk about that. But for some reason or the other, 4 years of practically doing nothing, lost confidence, not working, not earning, and it's been a big struggle. And one of my friends said to me yesterday, the day before yesterday, said to me, "You know what it is? You don't have any fear of anything." And I said to him, "Yeah, I know. I've numbed it out. I've numbed out the fear." And that's only recent that I've actually numbed out the fear. And one of the reasons why I've numbed out the fear is I've realised that when you fear something, how many times does it actually happen? That thing that you fear. I'll give you an example. I was scared of losing my job. I was always scared of losing my job. And I feel that maybe I attracted that to myself. I look at a lot of stuff about the law of attraction, The Secret and things like that. And that kind of made me realise that, I've made that happen by thinking about it. I was worried about not having any money. There you go, boom. I don't have any money. I was worried about health. When I think about other people being ill, I suddenly feel, oh, maybe I've got to watch out. I might get that. And truth be told, yeah, there you go. I'm now type 2 diabetes, and with diabetes come loads of complications. So I've kind of like attracted all that stuff to myself, and I feel now that if that's the case, then I shouldn't worry about those things, because yes, I went through a hard time, but I overcame them and I dealt with them. So whatever's coming next, I don't fear it, because I know I'm going to deal with it. I have faith that I'm going to deal with it, and the reason for that is because of my past experience. So whatever it is that's coming next is I have 100% confidence in myself that I will be able to deal with it, and that applies to everybody. You if you've ever had a breakup, or if you've ever had a hard time, maybe 5 or 6 years ago, 10 years ago, or a lifetime ago, you can look back and say, wow, yeah, I did get through that. For those who are going through it now and saying it's easy for you to talk because you're going through it, I understand. I felt the same as well, that you can't get through it, it's going to be a struggle, whatever. But the reality is, 5 or 6 years away, it depends on the person itself, but there will be time in the future where you will look back and say, well, yeah, remember that time when I was going through this, and it won't seem like such a painful thing because you overcame it, and that power comes from within. And that's the reason why I think that fear is something that we should talk about, because rather than talking about the positive side of things, because it's very difficult sometimes for people to talk about the positive. I look at all these aspiring videos, and they're all very aspiring, which is good. They help, but when you're at a low point, you think, how are you going to switch? How is it going to help you to switch from the position that you're in into that mood? Because it's so difficult. It's easy for everybody else to say, but it's not easy for the person who's going through it. So I feel like, because I'm going through it, but I found a way to overcome fear. I wanted to relay that, and hopefully it will help others. And not only that, I'm doing these blogs now. I'm doing them for another reason, because I want to look back as well. I don't want to save it on my hard drive, just on my hard drive, because I think, I don't know how many terabytes I'm going to have to buy, and also when it's online, I can just look at any particular one whenever I want as a reference point. So, you know, it's not only for others, I do it for myself as well, so that I can use this as a reference point in my life. I will look at this and I'll say, oh yeah, I remember when I was going through this or going through that, and that will help me, and that will remind me of the hard times. And you know, like I said, you know, I'm pretty much like a lot of people out there at the moment, going through hard times. But one thing that I know is I've overcome it. I've overcome that fear of worrying. I'm going to give you one thing, because by tomorrow I need an answer. I need to find a way. And what it is, because of my hardship at the moment, I'm facing eviction from my house. I've failed on a repayment on a rent. I'm behind on rent from last month, which is December, and I've got to pay for the month of January, and I've got no money coming in. And I got a letter on Monday saying that I need to pay a certain amount by Friday, or no, they said I need to pay a certain amount, or they're going to send the bailiffs around. And I'm not scared, which is weird. I should be. Tomorrow I could lose my home. This could be my first and last video. I don't know. It's a bit drastic, a bit dramatic, shall I say? But because I will still do them. But then, how would I post it if I don't have internet or anything like that? It would be harder, to be honest with you. So yeah, it could be my first or last. Not dramatic, actually. It's quite true. So tomorrow today could be my first and last video that I do. But that said, I'm not scared. I feel like I will find a way. Somehow, somewhere, I will find a way, and I don't know how it's going to happen. And only tomorrow will I be able to tell you whether I've been able to do it. So that's a prime example of fear. You know, if I carried on being scared at this moment in time, tomorrow, it will become a reality, and the bailiffs will be round and I'll be out on the street. But that's not how I feel. I feel very calm through meditation. I feel very calm, and you know, and the anxiety and everything is kind of like released through me. And people might find that difficult to understand, but it is what it is. And I just want you guys as well, anybody out there who is going through a hard time, or who feels that they can't overcome something like fear, I just want to relay a message, basically. You know, don't despair. You will overcome it. I know you will, because I am, and I'm just a normal Joe Blogs like you. So chill. Just think of the fact that you know you will actually overcome it. Somewhere, somehow, you will overcome this. And if I have, you can too. So that's it.